Hi, so welcome you onto my channel. This is your vet, your agronomist, and your fisheries expert, and your founder and leader of Eto Agri Hub. Today, I'm here with Honorable Adusu.
You're welcome, madam.
Thank you, and thank you as well for having us to talk about you on your journey so far in the onion production. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Honorable, can you walk us through how your journey is and how far you have gotten to in your onion production?
Yes, we can go a little further about it and then we'll see how we have arrived at this place.
Okay.
So we start from the nursery,
You started from nursery.
yes. And
Okay.
then the
Before
nursery,
we come to the nursery, we started from land preparation, which I'm sure is the first thing you did.
yes. Even our first thing we do is where we get the seed from.
Okay.
So our seed, we get our seed first before we prepare the land.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after we had our seed from the vendors or the retailers or the women
Who
who
sells it
sells
to
the seed
you?
to us.
Okay.
Then we treat the seed. After treating the seed with the sunlight,
Okay.
about 1 week, then we prepare the beds
Okay.
before we nest.
Honorable, I am curious about knowing how best you treat the seed with the sunlight. Can you walk us through how you do that?
yes, with the treatments,
Okay,
we early morning from 8 o'clock, we dry the seed, expose it directly to the sunlight.
okay,
From 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, then we
okay.
take it back to where we store
Store it.
this, yes,
Okay,
store it. So
okay,
from there we do it continuously about 1 week or 2 weeks. By then we our preparation of the beds is also going on.
okay. So what
So
goes on into the bed preparation?
what goes on into the bed preparation is, let's assume we use one line like this or 4 lines.
Okay.
This particular
So this
beds,
is one line, two
yes,
line, three
three
line,
line,
four
four
line.
lines, yes. We use this and we have to put manure. After manuring, we make it very ground level. After that, we have to spray insecticides.
Okay. What is the
After
intention of spraying with the
the
insecticides?
intention of spraying with the insecticide is that insects might be fungi and then worms
Okay,
can take the seed away.
okay,
Yes, and some can destroy the seed. So we have to protect the land against those insects
okay,
before we put the seed. After we nest the seed, we cover it with the sand.
okay.
We cover it with the sand and then we look for palm fronds to cover the whole four these strong beds and water it with our irrigation lines for almost a week before we had a germination.
Okay, so here, over here, it's irrigation.
Yes, it's
Okay,
irrigation.
okay. I think that would also be for a different stage.
Exactly.
Okay,
So we water it for about 1.5 months, 1 month, 2 weeks,
that is the nursery.
nursery,
Okay,
before we transplant.
okay. Can we move a bit further?
Okay.
And then you tell me what goes on in the nursery or on the nursery bed.
Okay.
Yes,
Sometimes on the nursery bed, we had a lot of grasses,
grasses.
yes, mixed with the seed germinated.
Okay,
So we have to come back and then pick the grasses.
okay. So I think
Yeah,
this one we will all pick it
yeah,
together.
uh-huh.
So you
So
do
these are the
the
grasses.
picking, hand
Yeah.
picking.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm picking. We do it about 3 times or 2 times. It
okay.
depends.
So this is also just like pruning.
Yes,
Okay, to
yes.
take out the
The
unwanted grasses.
grasses from the onion
Okay, to prevent them from fighting
against the food or
the
the
food, the
nutrient.
nutrients of the soil.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes. So as
this
you
is
pick it
an
now,
interesting part of it.
yes.
So it's not just about the planting or whatever, but when you plant, there are some management practices you undertake to keep it dwelling or thriving well. Okay,
So from there, we have to come to the preparation of where we transplant the onion.
okay,
So it depends the size of the land and then the quantity of the seed you nest.
Okay, so this is about how many acres?
This is less than an acre.
Okay,
This particular field is less than an acre.
okay,
So we take it approximately half acre.
okay.
So with the half acre, we nest 5 olonka. We call it
Ol-
agba.
okay, Agba, that's the
Yes,
Olonka.
yes,
Okay,
olonka. That's the olden one.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's the olonka. 5 for it.
Okay.
And then we transplant it on this.
So how do you determine the right amount of fertilizer you use for this?
With fertilization,
Yes.
your land preparation with the manure
Okay.
will determine.
So the manure, which one do you use?
We use the cow dung,
The cow dung.
yes, for the
Okay.
first start.
Okay.
You put dress on it before you transplant.
Okay.
Then going, you add pig feed or poultry dung.
Dung. Okay.
Yes,
The
any
poultry
of them.
manure.
Yeah, poultry manure, any of
Okay.
them, any of them.
Okay.
So from there, you see that your land has been nutrient. So if you have to use about 3 bags, because of the manure, you may use 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
So this
if
this stage is at the transplanting stage.
yes, so
You have
this is
transplanted.
yes,
Okay. So after transplanting, I can see some manures inside.
yes,
Uh-huh. So why did you put the manure?
yes.
Because you already told us you did first one and this is the second one.
Certainly.
What is the intention or what is the rationale behind that?
To reduce fertilization, because here is a sandy soil.
Soil. Okay.
Because it's a sandy soil, you have to add more manure to it before it can enrich
The
the
soil.
soil
Okay. Okay.
for the onion to get, because onion is a shallow
Roots. Yeah,
root.
it's a shallow crop.
Root, yes.
Okay.
So you need to give it more manure to get the manure to grow
So
very
that the bulbs
will
will
be
establish, it will grow well, it will grow big.
yes. And then with that, it reduce your fertilization.
Okay.
Yes, it
Okay.
reduce your
It
fertilization in
reduces the fertilization
fertilization
content in the soil.
exactly.
Oh,
And then
okay.
more you use the fertilizer on the food, it reduce it. Instead of it to use maybe 1 bag or 2 bags, it can take you maybe half bag. You
Okay.
let's assume without manure, we are about to use about 5 or 6 bags of
Okay.
manure to this field. But because of the manure, we may use 2.5 or 3 bags.
Okay, so the manure reduces the
As
fertilizer
a
load
yes,
or
and
content on the soil.
exactly
Okay,
for the crops to grow.
okay. So what are your expectations so far? What are your expectations so far before we come to the challenges?
Oh, our expectation is that we the farmers, when we grow like this and it's coming, we are happy, and
Yeah,
then we are expecting a good market.
a good market.
Yes,
I am sure you have or you belong to market associations that are always here to pick your products.
yes, we have them, but our challenge on those things, most women will buy, or most of them will buy without paying. That is one
So
challenge.
what do you make out of this? What will you love to be changed about this narrative that when women pick it, they don't pay on time and stuff?
Yes.
What are you hoping for?
Oh, I'm hoping if we can get any distributor or any buyer that can
Or
come in,
aggregator?
aggregator
Okay,
that can come in to
okay.
buy. And then moreover, to our scaling here is very poor.
How do you scale it?
We have a juta sack for it,
Okay,
and people use the old type, which is overloaded.
okay.
And people intentionally divide a sack and then add some to it to resew it to be more
To expand
expand
so that it could take more
more
instead of
than
what
the
it is.
quantity. Then
Okay, okay.
like
So
let's assume the onion is 50 kg or 25 kg bag. If the 25 kg bag comes and you load it and you scale it, the aggregator has its scale, you also have your scale, and you weigh it. I think that would be best.
So are you people ready to implement that before someone comes here to buy, you have to scale it before the person eventually
We
takes it
are
away?
yet to do it, but we don't have support.
You don't have support.
Yes.
Then I would like you to tell us your support or tell us what you meant by the support. I would like you to tell us what you meant by the support and how you are looking for the support.
Oh, for the supports right now, if any aggregator comes in right now that he wants our onion and he need a type and then there's the variety he wants, we can
So
do that.
sorry, this is what type? This is the local one.
This is the local one and then agric.
Agric variety.
Yes, this
Okay, okay.
particular seed is from agri-seed.
Okay, agri
Yes,
seed, yes,
yes,
agri seed.
yes.
Okay,
So this particular one is Rio Grande Plus.
okay,
Yes, but the local is down there.
okay.
But with the performance together,
Okay, so you have the local one
yes,
here
it's
and the
only just
agric.
two best.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
the
So maybe
local.
we will get down there
Yes,
to have a wide view of the
yes.
local.
So
Okay,
I'm trying to see the performance
of
of
the two.
who
Is this your first time doing the agric?
the agric. No,
Okay,
I have experience in it.
in
I
it.
did it for some time, and it's pitches very good. But
Okay, Honorable Adusu, I am much interested of your challenges, because as a farmer in Ghana or as a farmer in West Africa, we are so much particular about the challenges farmers go through, or do farmers go through before putting food on our table. I would like you to tell me more about your challenges from land preparation. How much do you spend in land preparation? Do you hire the services of laborers? How do you do it?
for the challenges, they are very more.
Okay.
So if you want to include challenges into our production
Mhm,
cost and
mhm.
sell the product, I think even a rich man cannot even buy
Okay.
on his table.
Okay.
Or even if a rich man buy, a poor man will not be able to
To
buy.
buy.
But a farmer doesn't care about
Okay,
it.
so you are farming for the poor and the rich.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
to reach their table so that everybody will be equally in the
Yes, I
country.
love that concept. No farmer, no food.
Yes, no
Yes.
farmer. No.
So you feel so fulfilled when at the end of the cycle your onion is ready for market.
Yes.
But then you are pleading if you can get a standard. You want a standard scale or a standard amount to be bought from the farm.
And then the uniform, standard and
Standard and
uniform.
uniform. So you are
Yes,
looking at the standard and the uniformity
uniformity.
of buyers from you people.
Yes.
Okay. Do you belong to any association? I'm curious to know.
We have an association in this town, but it's a long way
Okay.
story.
Okay, maybe
Yes,
we
we
will dive into that.
yes,
Okay, so viewers, if you are not following us, if you are not subscribing to my channel, then you are doing yourself so much bad. Kindly subscribe to my channel, Eto Agri Hub. I am your licensed vet, your agronomist, and your fisheries expert. And let's talk about anything agriculture, anything from farming, anything from fishing, anything from animal health, anything everywhere. Today I am in Adafo with Honorable Adusu on his onion farm, and it's amazing to see how he is doing with his onion crop production. He has started with the land preparation, what goes on in the land preparation, how they sort for their seeds, some practices like the pruning, the watering. You can see the irrigation down there. And we are pleading to the government, we are pleading to anybody to support us on this journey so that we bring you more educative and informative agricultural content. Okay, Honorable, before we wrap up, just
okay.
tell me what I already asked you from the beginning. What are your expectations so far? We've spoken about the sack, the skill,
Yeah.
and what again?
Oh, our
How do
expectation
you
now.
get your funding for this? Do you have any investor that has taken you on contract? Farm for me, I pick it, I go my way. Do you have something like that?
No, for now.
So
We
are you open for collaborations?
yes, when we get collaboration from people, we'll be very much.
So for how long have you been farming? How many years now have you been farming?
I started farming from 2014.
Oh wow, quite about 8 or 10 years
Yes,
or
trying to
ten,
yes,
something like that.
yes,
Okay, so it means you have gained the hands-on practical, you have the knowledge about it. Okay, so here you are not depending on the rain-fed water, but irrigation.
yes.
Why irrigation?
Over 11 years now, irrigation have started about 15 years, and I dive into it. This is about 11 years now.
Okay, so in the
Then,
year,
yeah,
how many times do you do this since you have the water?
yes, we have different things we do. So since we have the water, we farm about 3 times, 4 times. It depends the variety of
Okay,
particular
you
product.
have different things.
Yes,
Different things like what?
we go into cucumber, carrots, onion, maize,
Okay, okay.
watermelon.
So apart from the onion, what do you have now?
Apart from the onion, I have cucumber.
You have cucumber. Oh
Yes,
wow, I would love to see. I'm glad to see
yes,
that also. Okay, so viewers, this is the end of our journey of the journey so far on the onion production with Honorable Adusu. And I promise you I'll be back here. Yes, I'll be back for the harvesting. I'll be back to do the sorting myself. And I'll be back to see how it is done. I'll even be back to see how women are here buying it and how aggregators are here, whether they are here to cheat Honorable Adusu or not. I'll tell you. So watch out. Eto AgriHub, it has come to say thank you.
yeah.